You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
The heroes are back. Beards talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Battered Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Frey. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just buy free 99. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the Heroes are back. Welcome everybody to episode number 468 of the Battered Heroes podcast. I'm your host, Dave. Get on it alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
This is gonna be a fun show. Like, Inter Miami has no chill.
The loaner's asking, have we ever been on time? You know, I've decided I am now going to start the shows at 9:30, and then we'll just show up like 25 minutes early. And that way we're just technically never late and we're on time. Early, actually. So just if you see that the next show starts at 9:30, just know that it doesn't really start at 9:30, but
then you're late.
Yeah, so I'm tired of people saying that we're late. We're trying to get here on as quickly as possible. I got to put kids to bed. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, so yes, a fun-filled show because we got a lot to talk about. We haven't been on here in like 3-4 days, and a lot has happened in those 3 or 4 days. But before we talk about the signings, and then Rico, 9:30 West Coast time. No, 9:30 East Coast time. 9:30 East Coast time. So before we talk about the signings, there is one thing that's been happening over the last couple of days that I feel needs to be addressed. And obviously we have the topics there in the middle so you can see what it is. The GOAT Tour. Messi's out in India. He's with De Paul. He's with Luis Suarez. And the very first event didn't go as planned. Any thoughts on that first event?
So all I saw was videos of just thrown chairs onto the field. Like, everybody is just completely vandalizing the stadium. And I couldn't even walk away with the seat at Dry Pink Stadium. So I was kind of like, I should have done something. But aside from that, I don't know exactly what it was. He showed up out for 10, 15 minutes, and then it was just too quick of a showing, so everybody just rioted. I mean, they have a golden statue of this guy.
Yeah. I don't think that's what the issue is. I think the issue was that, first of all, supposedly the tickets to get in there weren't cheap. And then they were in a huge stadium, and they were just going to watch him walk around, basically. So you're not watching him play, you're watching him walk around, which I think everybody was accepting. Everybody understood that. But then all of a sudden, supposedly politicians and celebrities started like wanting to see him up closer, and it became a crowd around Messi. So you have like a crowd moving around the field. So Messi isn't the tallest guy to begin with. So from those seats that are, who knows how much they paid for those nosebleeds, you have no idea where Messi is. You know he's somewhere in there. But and to add to the fact that they were paying literally just to see him walk around, which God bless them. Like that's like dedication. People love Messi to that level where they're gonna pay to sit up in the nosebleed just to see him walk around, which is, I think, cool, because who else would have gotten a chance to see him? That's fine. But like
70,000 fans present to watch him walk around.
Yeah. It was crazy. Like, it was crazy.
And what is this? And what is this? The ambassador of India or the prime minister of India couldn't even complete a pass to Messi. How embarrassing is that?
Well, I didn't see that, but I did see the video of the posse walking around. Like it was like a full like ant pile walking around, and I felt horrible because the people in the stands. Because I saw pictures from the stands, you cannot see Messi in that pile. So if I paid money to go see him, and my understanding is that some people paid like their weekly wage or their monthly wage, something. I don't quote me. I know something along those lines, either weekly or monthly wage, to go see him, and then he's just walking around in the middle of a posse of people. I would have been pretty pissed also. So I think it went short just because people were getting so frustrated that they couldn't see him, and then obviously things took a turn for the worst. But yeah, that was pretty crazy.
$130 a ticket to just look at Messi from over 100 feet.
And correct me if I'm wrong, $130 over there is a lot more than $130 over here.
That's what I would imagine so.
Yeah. So I thought that was really crazy and unfortunate for those fans that went out there with hoping to see him. And then, I mean, the organizers are the ones that really messed up because they couldn't keep the crowd control because they let the politicians and the celebrities or whoever they were go ahead and get close to him and start walking next to him and completely forgetting about the fact that the people that paid to see him could no longer see him. But yeah, that was one interesting story. My understanding is that the rest of the stops, though,
well, look,
haven't been like the first one.
This is what I wanted to show you. I mean, Messi's passing it to the prime minister, and then he's just blowing it in a way where, like, you know, when you practice with your kids and like they pass it to you and you got to run after it because they have no accuracy whatsoever. And this guy, I mean, we're not going to get like copywritten here because they're just like who the prime minister is playing with Messi, but like his passing was atrocious. What?
I don't know if that was the prime minister or who it was, but
it's
whoever it was got the most out of that visit because everybody in the stands got completely screwed. All right. So yeah, that was the first story. Go ahead.
I definitely get that. No, I was gonna say I get it, but like the Messi craze is wild over there. I didn't think it was that serious.
It's wild all over the world, man.
Yeah.
You know what I would love? I wonder, and maybe somebody knows, maybe it's happened. Do you think that the Messi craze is this big? Because I would imagine almost everywhere in the world, like they announced that Messi's going to go to Medellin to play against Nacional January 31st, I believe. It's going to be crazy over there. Everywhere it's crazy. Do you think it's crazy in Portugal?
I wouldn't think so, bro.
No, you don't think so?
You can't go over there.
I feel like Messi is big everywhere.
Way, dude.
You think that's like the one spot in the world? No. I wonder.
That's turf wars, bro. Like you think Cristiano Ronaldo is respected in Argentina? There's no way.
I don't think Cristiano Ronaldo would draw much of a crowd anywhere in South America. But I wonder if Messi would draw a huge crowd in Portugal. Yeah, I know Portugal is a very small country and it's right next to Spain. But
yeah.
All right.
What the hell? Mike B saying YouTube just threw an insurance commercial on your live pod. We should sue them.
They're throwing. Have they ever thrown an ad during our lives before? I've never heard of that before.
No, I've never heard of it either. But
usually it's if you don't watch live. All right. So after the tour, Rodrigo de Paul, official tissue. Rodrigo de Paul. They exercise the purchase on the loan, 17 mil a year. And then Franco Panizo came out and said, it's ridiculous what Inter Miami does because we all knew he was signing, yet they got away with it because apparently it wasn't for sure. Like that was the rule, right? Like it's a loan with an option to buy. So we got away with not paying for it because it was still a loan because we didn't know if he was going to buy him. And then Franco said that, and then 29 other fan bases ran with that tweet. And like, you see, Inter Miami's cheating. So I get what Franco said. I understand to an extent. But come on, Franco. Come on. Let's be real. Like, first of all, it's within the rules. So don't play the player, hate the game. We know how to play the game.
It is.
And second, he said because we all knew that he was signing. My understanding is Messi didn't say that he was going to stay until October. Yes or no?
Yes.
Rodrigo de Paul does not stay if Messi doesn't stay. Yes or no?
Absolutely not. There's no reason. There's no reason to.
So was it 100% a foregone conclusion that Rodrigo de Paul was going to be a DP next year? I don't think so. I think it all depended on if Messi was going to stay or not.
Yeah, because if Messi wouldn't have stayed, then RDP wouldn't have stayed either, and then it would have been a cluster.
So my whole thing was, and shout out to Franco. I think Franco was great because I know a lot of people hate on him. I think he's the best reporter we have. But with that said, you're just giving 29 other fan bases a reason to bitch and moan because in this instance, Franco was completely wrong because They used the rule as it's intended to be used. And he said, well, there's no way that he was going back to Atletico Madrid. That's fine. He doesn't have to go back there. He could have gone somewhere else. But there was no guarantee that he was staying unless Messi was staying. And we did not know, even though we all thought that he was going to stay. But we also thought that Jordi Alba was going to stay. And look how that turned out. So
and Franco enjoyed himself after the championship. But then he's like, it's time to lock in and work. And he just brought the Monday blues as soon as possible. I told him that. And listen, guys, Franco is not ass. He is the best reporter out there for Inter Miami.
Well,
whether you guys like to hear that or not.
But you know what? Franco hates your team. I'm not sure. And I can't speak to how reporters are for football overseas. But in the United States, usually the beat writers aren't usually like team friendly. Like if you for example, in New York, the media by the teams are hated because the beat writers usually are criticizing them, trying to catch them and things that they're not supposed to be doing. I think Franco, maybe not football wise, right? Because a lot of people hate on him, but as far as American beat writers go in other sports, Franco fits that mold. That's what beat writers usually do, especially in New York. And that's where I've accustomed to watch sports is in New York. And those beat writers are hated by the teams. And a lot of the fans are like, oh, you always hate on the team. And so maybe I'm accustomed to just seeing that. So
I think, like I said, I think that he is the better reporter. He shoots straight from the hip, and he tries to get answers for a lot of questions that the fans have. Text Franco to come on now.
You know what? If it wasn't such a jam-packed show, I would probably send him a message, see if he wants to come on.
This guy thinks, what, you think it was speed dial?
And then the loaner's asking, is he better than Michel? I like him better than Michel. So, all right. Next, Luis Suarez. Now, all indications are
Luis
he's coming
Suarez
back.
is getting a lot of shit.
And then Don Cavacito said that Franco is not the best reporter. We're bugging. Okay, well, those are opinions, right? Luis Suarez. Reports are he's probably coming back. I believe that they put up a picture of another preseason game, and they used his face in the promotion. So to me, it sounds like he's coming back.
Yep.
We touched on it on Friday. Now that you had a couple of days to digest it, how are you feeling about Luis Suarez?
I think that it's diabolical for people to think that us without Luis Suarez is a good deal. I understand the idea of having him sit on the bench and bringing someone else. But at the same time, like, guys, we got decent to good productivity from Luis Suarez, even though it didn't come out shaped the way that you guys wanted it. Is he going to be better next year? I don't know. I mean, the numbers tell you no, but then bring someone to compete with him for that position. Like, Obando's not it. For those of you that are like waiting for Obando, like waiting for this contract negotiation because it's up in the air and nobody knows what the hell's happening. If you guys think Obando's the answer, you guys are mistaken.
Well, Obando's not coming back. But Luis Suarez, look, I'm not a huge Luis Suarez fan. And shout out to Pedri. They like Franco better because he comes on their podcast. We've actually had Michelle Kaufman on here also. So, yeah, so shout out to you, Pedri. But is there anybody we haven't had on the podcast that's a reporter yet? I don't think so.
But I think we've had every single Inter Miami reporter on here. And again, we're not talking about podcasts here. We're talking about reporters.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to reporting on the team, we feel that Franco is the better reporter. I mean, look, everybody has their opinion.
He said, do a poll between Franco and Suarez. Franco got a shot. I'm gonna do that right now for you. While I do that. So
okay.
Whole thing with
I'll filibuster while you do that if you want. Yeah, I mean, again, Luis Suarez. I understand Obando's out, but he's not out yet. If he was out, he would have been on the first correspondence by Inter Miami saying that he's out.
You know what? Luis Suarez, I think, as a backup would be great. Like I've always said, my fear is that he is going to be a starter. And I honestly don't like the thought of him starting, and that's honestly what it comes down to.
I think that he would be okay starting. If you tell me, so I'm sorry if I'm like slogging the show big time.
All right. Well, I put up the poll. Everybody let me know if it shows up there. So
Am I supposed to just filter here because you're quiet?
no. I'm back. You is it you that's lagging or me? Because this is terrible. All right.
Yeah, it's really bad. El Pollo Loco, nice. Get my business up there.
All right. So like I said, Luis Suarez, if he is the backup, I am all for it. Luis Suarez would probably be the best backup in the league. My worry is that he's going to start, and him starting, like a lot of people said, like, oh, maybe this season his production was down because he was playing 90 minutes for so many minutes. But that's just a whole nother year of 90 minutes playing ball. I would assume that the way the season ended with them playing that 4-3-3, Messi playing that false nine, and the way that it worked, that they're gonna want to keep going with that. So let's hope that we can keep this going. And if it's not broke, don't break it. This lineup won us the title, so let's hope that they can keep going with the false nine, with the speedy wingers. I would assume that we're gonna stick with that, but let's just wait and see. All right.
Soccer Daddy is mentioning something about checking Jorge Mas's Twitter, and I'm gonna read. He just posted an hour ago. Says post-championship reflection. What an epic run to become MLS Cup champions. Our last 9 games was an example of the excellence we expect. 33 goals, a plus 25 goal differential, and in moments, the best football we've ever played. But the best version of Year in Miami is yet to come. We cannot and will not stay static. We promise our fans and La Familia that we will reload in 2026, as our primary goal is to win the CONCACAF and qualify for the FIFA Club World Cup. Stay tuned as the bar is reset to a higher level. Adelante y vamos.
I love that he said that, and at the same time, I love that.
I love.
I'm gonna tell you why I like it and why I don't like it.
No, I love it.
Okay, I love it because that's the next big trophy that we want. We also want to qualify for the Club World Cup. So for all those reasons, yes, I like it. Now let me tell you why I don't like it. The schedule hasn't been realigned yet. So the goal is either met or not met halfway through the season. So he's going to reload for the Champions Cup. That's great. If we don't make it to the final, our goal isn't met in what? April? In the beginning of May? Then that's it. Like, that's the goal.
Yeah, that's early.
And our goal is either met or not met 3 months into the season. So I love it because I want him to chase big. But when the goal is met within the first 3 months of the season, then after that, what are we doing? Now, all right. Now let's get hyped up for the Leagues Cup, even though we didn't make our goal.
But look, Sean Callahan's saying we didn't meet the goals of this year. Everybody's happy. Mascherano stays with his job.
But it was different, though, because we had never won an MLS Cup. What was everybody saying? Oh, we need the star. We need the star. That's what we got, the star. So, okay, now we want the second star. But
okay, so what you're telling me is...
He just came out and he said, hey, the goal is Champions Cup. Don't worry, everybody. We're going to reload for Champions Cup. If we fail, and again, I like it, okay? So I'm just playing devil's advocate. I do like it, right? That's what you want. But I hate that because the schedule hasn't realigned, we don't – it's going to be a disappointment like 3 months into the season if we don't win, obviously.
If we don't win the CCC and we win the MLS Cup and get a second star, that's not a failure because we didn't win the CCC.
But won't it feel like that? If he already declared, like, that's it. That's the mission. The mission is to win the Champions Cup. Like, doesn't it kind of just disappoint you a little more than it did this year?
No, because the deal was to win multiple trophies this year, and we didn't, and we won the MLS Cup. So next year, if he's saying we're going to win the CCC, but we don't, but we win the MLS Cup, that's a second star above the crest. And
I get
dude,
it.
I love that he's got balls. He's out here swinging and dealing, Danny. Like he is bringing big names over here. He's telling the MLS, you guys are under me. Okay, follow suit or be a bum, because all of these 29 other teams, they're fucking bums. Like, if you think about it, this guy, Jorge Mas, is literally pursuing the best that he can for this league.
I am not disagreeing with you, okay? What I'm saying is that this year, it was different. Because this year, when we did not get Champions Cup, what did we say right after? We still have the Club World Cup, which we performed well in. We still had Leagues Cup. We still had the Shield to chase for those that want to win the Shield. And we had MLS Cup. So I felt like there's still a lot to get. There's still a lot to chase. When you say, hey, our next goal, that's it. We reached the MLS Cup. Our next goal is Champions Cup. Again, I'm happy that he said it. But I feel like, oh, man, that kind of like, that sucks. Because if we don't get it, like, that's it. 3 months in, we didn't reach our goal. Let's go for the next best thing, which is to try to get a second star, I guess. Let's see if we can get Leagues Cup, I guess. So I just think that, look, I said I like it and I don't like it. And that was my explanation as to why I'm with it. I'm with you. Hey, let your balls hang low and then just swing for the fences. I'm all for that. But at the same time, it's like, ugh. But, yeah, it's 3 weeks into the season. Yeah.
So I guess finish your thought on Luis Suarez.
My thought on Luis Suarez is that
I'm good with him as a starter.
We don't know if he's going to be if he's going to come in as a backup or a starter. So I guess the jury's still out on that. The fans prefer 82% to 18% Luis Suarez over Franco Panizo. So we now found that out. So shout out to Luis Suarez for obviously being the preferred South American here.
For beating out Franco.
Beat out Franco. I'll go Franco over Luis Suarez or whatever. All right. Another announcement. Ian Frey officially extends his contract. Very happy to see that. Your thoughts on Ian Frey?
I think we had to solidify that position as a right back, especially knowing that Wagon isn't going to do it for you all season in an excellent way. I felt like Ian Frey was a perfect fit, homegrown. He proved himself. Him and Noah Allen have made incredible strides from being homegrown players to showing out in the biggest moments throughout, consistent periods of time. So I do think that Ian Frey was a great signing.
Before I get into the Ian Frey, just real quick, I want to address something in the chat. Could somebody just give me a heads up on how often you're getting the ads, like every how many minutes and how long the ads are lasting? I don't know. This is the first time I see so many people commenting on ads, so just curious what's going on. Maybe I could look into it after the show.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Ian Frey, I thought great re-signing. I love Ian Frey. A lot of people were like, oh, maybe he should have gone overseas. For what? To go what? To go play in the championship, the second league in EPL? Everybody's like, oh, yeah, but it's Europe. So what? So what if it's Europe? Right now, he has more eyes watching him right now. If he can have another second healthy season, maybe then he moves to Europe. But right now, moving to Europe, what, to go disappear somewhere in the second division in England, or to go play for the lowest team in Italy, or something? Come on. Like right now, he's in a good spot. Now, I thought that he would be starting like he was this year. Now, apparently, there's a good chance that Facundo Mura is coming, and that puts into question Ian Frey's minutes. Now, in that case, then maybe not. But we'll see, because if he's a starter on this team, I think that there's a chance that he can move on next year and maybe go ahead and do something.
Well, I mean, look at the perfect example. Look at Redondo. Are any of you guys in the chat paying attention to Redondo and what he's doing? I can tell you that probably like 6 out of 10 don't know what the hell's going on with Redondo at this moment.
No, but Elche is decent. I'm talking about like going to the the championship, the second division in the English Premier League.
Oh yeah, forget it. No, you got lost in the sauce. Forget about it.
Look, and Pedri's watching Elche and Redondo. Like, I know that if
Oh,
you're
of
in the
course,
top
Pedri's
division,
watching that. Are you kidding me? He cries, and gets nightmares from Yannick Bright every single night. Are you kidding?
so I know that some people do watch the top divisions in La Liga or EPL, and that's different. But I'm
Pedri
talking about,
Potter.
like, you know.
Get out
But
of here.
I love Frey, and I hope that he gets more minutes at center back.
I hope that
what
Frey
I
gets minutes as a CDM.
okay, maybe I can
People
see that.
don't know, like he played CDM.
What I think we might see Ian Frey might slide into the Lujan role, where Lujan was the backup right back and center back. I honestly do think that that's where Ian Frey is going to kind of shine next year. We're getting those Lujan minutes. Now, what happens to Lujan? I have absolutely no idea. I have a feeling that Lujan isn't long for this team. I have a feeling that Lujan might get loaned out at some point. So who knows where? Maybe in South America.
Guys,
But I do not see Lujan on this team next year. At least not for the first half of the year. When the summer comes around, then you got to find somewhere else to loan him out to. But I have a feeling that Lujan will be loaned out at some point. I haven't heard anything. So that's not me reporting or anything that I heard. That's just me speculating. I can't imagine Lujan fits in this team. I also think Toto Aviles isn't here next year because he's getting paid way too much. And unfortunately, Mascherano just doesn't trust him. So I think that Toto Aviles and Lujan are probably gone next year. Ooh, and Ryan Saylor.
But we also made the huge disaster. We also made a huge disaster of a re-signing with Oscar Ustadi. He's getting paid like a gajillion, billion, zillion dollars. And he's going to be sitting on the bench. Like, at least Lujan can supposedly play 45 positions. Well, Ustadi's just old.
Yeah, and now that I thought about it, I don't think that Toto's going to be here next year. Toto Aviles. I think he's gone for sure. And Ryan Saylor's gone. So Lujan for sure will probably be here. Thank you.
But how can Toto be out of here? We haven't even showcased how good he is. Nobody's going to be dying to have him on their team. Like, people saw him play. He hasn't played crap in the past year. Like, nobody's biting, at the market for Toto Aviles.
But they're gonna have to figure. Look, they managed to somehow get rid of Emerson on loan and finally get somebody to buy him. I'm sure that they can figure out how to get rid of Toto Aviles.
This is a good question. Redondo is permanent, and that bum Kremaski is on loan at Battered Herons. Make a poll asking people if they want Kremaski back. First of all, I'm going to tell you right now, David Ruiz over Kremaki. I'll tell you that right now. And David Ruiz got injured early last season against Cavalier. And I still think that David Ruiz is more skilled and a better player than Kremaski.
I just put up in the poll, do you want Cremita back?
So.
Oh, look, Steve Munoz is also getting the ads.
I mean, that's good. Brutal.
Yeah, I gotta look into.
You know what I noticed? I have been lately as I watch YouTube. The ads have been kind of out of control lately. Like, YouTube is starting to become really diabolical with their ad approach. Like, every minute or two, I get ads. As a matter of fact, I watched Matt from SoFlo video earlier today. I got body slammed by like 45 ads.
Oh my God, Chem Axel!
Shout out to
breaking my
Chem
heart.
Axel.
You don't
with
want
a $20 super slam saying no.
Shout out to you. Much appreciate the support, but I'm hating the non-support for Cremita. Even though Cremita, hopefully he's worked on that touch since he's been in Italy, because that first touch was a little rough.
And look at this. Yuri is saying Pedri Elche is a relegation team. Yuri is laughing in your face. How does that feel? Oh, nice. I used to have that back when it was called. Back when it was for the Karate Kid, Cobra Kai, when their first season came out.
I want Crema to impress at Parma and stay. Let Ruiz get more minutes next season.
Yes.
Okay. Amy, when are you guys going to add the star? You know what? I know that there's some people that do some podcasting that work quick. I don't have time to do much of anything. See the fact that I put those topics up there or on this side? It's amazing that I even put that up. I promise you I got no time to do anything. But I promise you at some point I'll have a chance. We need to take a break because we've been doing shows 2 or 3 times a week, even if it's the off season. We gotta like chill so we can have time to work on stuff.
Tadeo Allende. I'm cooking up a video for him, by the way, that you guys will be able to watch pretty soon. Okay, guys? It's going to be entertaining. You guys are going to like it, maybe not like it. For sure, Pedri's not going to like it. This guy's got a Tadeo Allende whole shrine set up in his bathroom.
Shout out to my brother. My brother is a prisoner of the moment. I was at his house a day or 2 ago. And
yes,
he went and he met Tadeo Allende.
Yeah, he is a prisoner. Alejandro is the fucking best.
He got me the autograph. So shout out to him. He got me the Allende autograph.
Nice.
He met him, and he's like, "F it, give him the DP." I said, "You're fucking crazy. What do you mean, just give him a DP? Like, absolutely not. You cannot." He's like, he just became a legend. He just broke, like, you cannot forget that he just gave us the trophy. He just broke the record from, like, that's fine. I get it. And that's why I understand why people want to keep him. But, like, you can't forget, like, the whole season. Like, I get that you want to keep him. All right. That's cool. That's cool. You want to keep him. I get it. But to say that you were willing to give him a DP contract? No. Like, come on. How? And he's like, oh, but he shows up in the playoffs. I said, okay, so what happens if from, I don't know, March to May, he plays like crap? When May comes around,
like, it doesn't matter. Lock him up in a closet. No, lock him up in a closet until the playoffs.
My brother's answer is like, don't worry about it. He'll perform next year in the playoffs. I said, you're not going to be thinking that way in May, though. In May, you're going to be thinking about what he's done for me lately. Like, you can't. Keep my brother away from the front office.
Rico de la Vega saying, speaking of being prisoner, did you two order that Police FC jersey? I might get the Defenders jersey, Defense Force.
For those that don't know what we're talking about, you got to start watching our Battered MLS Fan show. We have a lot of fun on there also. Yeah. And we were going through the Champions Cup, and we took a deep dive into the Trinidad and Tobago League and their standings and then the team names, which was completely hilarious. And speaking of which, when we're done with this, we're going to jump on Battered MLS Fans. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to that channel. We're going to be talking about the offseason so far for the league-wide, because there's a lot of movement going on. So make sure that you check that out. That's like saying Jeff Hofstetter should
be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Well, not a first ballot Hall of Famer, but I'm pretty sure he probably got a contract after winning that Super Bowl with the Giants. For those of you who don't know, he was a rando that just won the Super Bowl with the New York Giants in the 90s.
Listen, I don't want to get caught into the Tadeo Allende trap. He was pretty inconsistent.
Do you want him back?
He performed in the playoffs. I want him back, but like, I know that there's many teams that are like realistically interested in him. And if many teams are interested in him, then his value goes up. And we are going to have to be required to give him some big money if we want to keep him. He knows his value right now at the moment. He's not dumb.
I would love to have a pod about Prison Force. And what was the other one? It was Prison Force and it was Prison FC and
no, it wasn't.
It was Banks and Robbers. I don't remember what the other one was.
Oh man, I need to. No, it's not. It's it was Police FC and prison system and Defense Force.
Don't forget the fanny pack and the one trick pony. That's what
we're doing.
Was.
Trinidad. It's a league.
That was that. Look, AJ saying, "Don't forget the fanny pack and one trick pony." That's what he was for most of the year. And let's be real. During the playoff run, what was he contributing with his verticality, his pace? Messi was catching him on those runs, and he just finished. So what he did in the playoffs is the same thing he did during the regular season. He didn't change much. Like, he was still giving us exactly the same thing that he did during the regular season. The difference is that he started to finish. Now, my hope is we were playing against good defenses in the playoffs. If he figured out how to finally finish, all right, then maybe he is going to be worth a DP contract. I'm not willing to roll the dice on that, though. But maybe the front office will. But that worries me, and I wouldn't want to do that. Give him a TAM contract. Give him the Luis Suarez, whatever Luis Suarez had. That's fine. But a DP contract, there's only 3 in the entire team. And when you have somebody like Messi, there's a good chance that you can bring over a big game changer. And I would like him to bring somebody like that over. With that said, I don't think anybody shows up here before the summer, though, because all the big names are going to stay in Europe to make sure that they have they get the call up from their national team.
Today Oyende, if he wants to stay for a couple bucks, I'm good with it. But if he wants big money, ship him out of here, bro. Ship him out.
Players develop. Yes, players do develop. This is true. Unless they're American, because I know that in your mind, Americans do not develop, but every other player does develop.
Americans just stay shit.
Yeah. They'll never develop, but other ones do. So next topic, Chris.
Sergio Regilon or Regillon. So you missed the L there. So here's the thing about Sergio Regillon. I don't know if you have your opinions on him yet, but I feel like he better not be coming for big money. Most definitely not like a DP deal.
He's not going to be a DP.
But he is a gold card in FIFA, so that's good. But he doesn't have consistent play with Tottenham Hotspurs and Manchester United, like all these other teams. Like, I think we need to kind of hold our horses here with the expectation of Regillon. Like, am I wrong for that?
Well, first of all, a lot of people are hyped up because as soon as they see Real Madrid on the resume, they're like, oh, he played for Real Madrid. First of all, he came from the Real Madrid Academy. A couple things about the Real Madrid Academy. They don't really produce much of anything. Like, Real Madrid buys their players. Like, it's not the Messiah. Like, they don't produce a lot of players. Like, when you think about the Real Madrid Academy, they produced Casillas, which is a goalkeeper, Dani Carvajal, which is one of the best right backs in the world, or was. But like, if you really think about it, Real Madrid isn't necessarily putting out great academy players. Like, if you tell me he's coming from the Barcelona Academy, La Masia, well, then it's different because they do produce a lot. But Real Madrid doesn't really, like, their academy isn't great. So his spell in Real Madrid wasn't great. He goes to Tottenham Spurs and he keeps getting loaned out. He doesn't really produce, because if he would have produced, then he would have stayed, right? And over the last, 4 seasons, he's had 40 matches maybe? They say that he's not good in the attack, right? When he was on Tottenham, he was getting...
He's not good defending.
Well, I don't know if he's not good defending, but...
What are we getting?
When he was in Tottenham, he was not good in the attack.
Just dropped the report here.
Well, we don't know how much Keyshawn knows about Tottenham. Is that... No, he's wearing a Chelsea.
Listen, I don't know. I feel... Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Danny. I cut you off.
No, it's okay. No, I was just going to say that apparently he's not great in the attack. He was playing decent left back for the Spurs, but then they wanted to switch to playing with left backs because they wanted to switch to 3 in the back. They wanted to switch to left wing backs. And because he's not that good in the attack, he lost his starting job. He played a little bit with Manchester United, but Luke Shaw was out, so he got some playing time. Luke Shaw comes back, he loses his playing time. Again, I'm not saying that he's not going to be good here in the MLS, but for people that are really hyped up, temper expectations, because we've seen this before, right? Everybody was really excited for Chelo, and for those of you that forgot, people thought that Chelo was going to be awesome. Now, cool, that's from South America, so maybe it's a little different. People were excited for what? Lujan. Everybody's like, ooh, he can play right back and center back. Everybody's excited. Yeah, everybody was thrilled for Redondo. Remember Redondo? Everybody was hyped. Ooh, he's gonna play like his father. And everybody kind of went sour on him. So I get it. He's the new shiny object, but I would temper expectations just a little bit until we see him. And no matter how good he is, it's going to be a step down from Jordi Alba.
I want to mention something here. Soccer Daddy's saying downgrade for Jordi Alba, which anybody that you get, I think, is going to be a downgrade for Jordi Alba. But I think what's not fair is Noah Allen's natural position is a left back, and he learned how to play next to the best left back that we've had and that's ever played this game, possibly. Why can't we have him take the role, and if you're good with it, you take it and it's yours. If you're not, you lose it and you lose it to someone else. Why is it that we have to get Region? Like, I don't know if you guys, for those of you that have been watching this team before Messi, like Noah Allen used to push the ball up. Now, he's not as good as Jordi Alba, and at that point, Phil Neville was just saying, cross it in, cross inshallah, right? Mm-hmm. But Noah Allen was doing that. Now he's more skilled, he's more crafty, he's more experienced, he's learned from the best. Why couldn't we just let Noah Allen have the position and lose it on his own or earn it on his own?
Look, I don't want to say that he's not bad, because because Tottenham, Manchester United, I think he played for Brentford for a little while. He came up in Real Madrid. There has to be something in there, right? He was
crap in all four of those teams, though.
But my point is that there has to be something there that those teams were willing to give him a chance. Like, there's something there that they saw. They're like, let's give this guy a chance, right? Because if he was complete crap, those big teams wouldn't have given him a chance. So I'm not saying that he can't be good. It's just as soon as we sign somebody, everybody like, boom, we're set at left back. Let's move on. And it's like, relax. Let's see. Let's hope. But we've seen this story before. And somebody said, how about we just don't talk about him until we see him play? Well, then we got nothing to talk about. We need talking points here. That's the whole point of this show.
Allen to left back and Frey to center back. I don't agree with that. I think Frey should stay at right back. What I think is we should take our expensive ass Toto Aviles and have him play center back next to Falcon. That's what I think. Because he started 2 seasons ago almost every game. Like, guys, don't forget that.
I would love to see Ian Frey next to Falcon. The only thing is that they're both right-footed. But I would love to see Frey fit in as center back. I think Frey would be a great center back, and then he'd give us the size that we need. But I don't think that. I think he'll get some minutes there. But
shout out to Rick A with the $4.99 super sign. Says at Chris, that's a coaching decision. He is purposely playing that left center back position. According to Allen, Coach Morales saw that he needed to play as center back, and I'm not taking away from the fact that he fit in well in that role. Right? Like, I mean, Ricky, I think he excelled. I think he did very well and excelled in that role, considering the little experience he has in it. But I don't know. I feel like he earned his keep on the roster, and I think he should get the left back position. C. Munoz is here saying Toto Aviles is bad Toto. Toto Silvetti is good Toto. That makes sense.
And if that's your wife staring at you because you're saying Toto randomly, Joshua's imagine Sergio Ramos isn't coming, so don't even worry about that. He's not gonna come. James Rodriguez.
Why not? Why can't James come? Danny, Jorge Mas is cooking in the kitchen right now. You need to change that apron to Jorge Mas.
He's not cooking. If he's bringing James Rodriguez, he's not cooking. James Rodriguez has
songs.
That doesn't fit
on that thing, baby.
Well, you know what? I mean, it would sell a lot of jerseys and fill up the stadium. But if that's the goal, then yeah. But that's not gonna happen. James isn't coming. The only Colombian I want to see coming here in a couple of years is Luis Diaz, after he hits 30 something. All right. So Facundo Mura, everybody's saying that that's probably happening.
Guys, the 71 silver card common. He's basically another Lujan. Get him out of here.
Or Chelo.
No, the way that they're making him out to be is like he's this like double-edged sword here where you can attack from all angles. Like, get out, man. I don't need another Lujan, an expensive guy that we just throw out there because he's shiny.
Or Region, I'm okay with. I think that there's a chance that he ends up being as good as people are hoping. And Rick A saying, stop the Cello hate. I'm the Cello defender here, so I don't know what you're talking about. But I'm bringing up the fact that so many other people hate on Cello. So many other people hate on Lujan, and they were both hyped up, just like Mura is being hyped up when he comes over here. I think Mura needs hot take. Chris, you ready for hot take?
Just throw it out there because
here's the hot take.
Masa's not cooking, but here you are cooking.
Boom. All right. The hot take is we're going to get Facundo Mura. He's going to start at right back. By the end of the season, Ian Frey is going to be the starting right back. Boom. Okay, he froze. I don't know. Did he freeze?
He's going to get robbed of the position just like Weigand was.
Exactly. And then just finished the poll just now. 54% of the voters said that they do not want Cremita back.
Well, it was close.
Not a hot take. Not a hot take.
Not a hot take.
Why?
What a hater. And then
So
Saga Daddy, I mean, come on, guys.
I
Ice 89 J Stuff says ice cold take.
I thought that was a hot take because everybody's so hyped for
I
Mura.
it was pretty
like,
warmish.
Look, Cafecito, Don Cafecito said that for sure he's going to be a starter. I'm telling you, he's going to lose his starting job to Ian.
You got booze.
All right, so Facundo Mura.
What? Mike
You're
B
excited?
saying, no, Danny, sorry, Mura is legit. I love Frey, but Mura is better. No, I'm not excited. This guy's a common silver card in FIFA, ranked 71. Like, get out of here.
Isn't that
I don't
higher
need
than
another
Frey?
Lujan. Thanks, but no thanks. Get him out.
Isn't that a higher card than
I don't
Frey?
think so. I think Frey's a little higher than 71.
I don't think
Let me
so.
double check that. Hold on. Let me see. Let me cook in the kitchen real quick. Let me see. Facundo
All
Mura.
right,
He's got a 71 normal ass card.
So I think we're reaching the end here.
Shit. Yo,
Last thing that we want to bring up.
EAFC is disrespectful, bro. 64 bronze card for Ian Frey? Like, disrespect. I mean, who's running EAFC? Is it Pedri Potter? Is that your job, Pedri? You work for EAFC?
No. All right. Look, everybody's saying Mura is better. I am 100%, and I wish, obviously, can't go back in time, but I wish I bet you people were saying the same thing last year for Lujan and Cello. So, we'll wait and see.
Oh my gosh!
Maybe
People
maybe
were
Mura
hobgobbling
will
over
be a
those
baller.
guys.
Maybe Mura will be a baller. But look, I don't watch the Argentinian league, so you guys know better than I do. So I'll stay out of it in that case. How old is he?
He's probably like a
26.
baby in diapers.
No, he's 26. He'll be 27 in March.
I just picture Stancy. Great comment here. I imagine La Palada. I imagine Pedri downgrading all the Americans. I imagine Pedri Potter sitting like in a conference room where you just like shuffle cards in front of him, and he's like, American 10-point downgrade.
What about Lewandowski? Have I missed something?
Yeah, he's rumored to come over here too. But like half of Argentina was rumored to come to Inter Miami last week.
Look, the Timo Werner, we told you that was never going to happen. We found out that there was never even any conversations like that. People are just randomly throwing news out there. What other one was it? Kai Vonner. He wasn't going to come, and we told you that, and that also has been false. Now Lewandowski, although he doesn't speak Spanish, he's Polish. He does play for Barcelona, so maybe there is some connection there. I believe Lewandowski much more than I believe Timo Werner or Modric back when Modric was being rumored and stuff. Maybe that one.
Nick, I need you to go into full Franco ghillie suit mode, and you need to find out who they are. Because you're saying they've been house searching for Lewandowski, apparently. I need you to go identify who they are, and I need photographic proof of them with a realtor looking for houses.
And he can't speak a little Spanish. Oh, Catalonia. But yeah. And take Lewan Disney for free from what? What? Lewan Disney?
Bentley Potter, you don't like Polish people either?
All right. On Wednesday, episode number 469. We hope that everybody could join us live. If you're not watching this live, we hope that you can join us live because we do an annual end of the year Battered Herons Battered Award show. We call them the baddies. Okay. Now, what we usually would do is that I would put a link right now and then on Twitter, and I'd give you guys 2 days to vote for the winners, whether it be best performer, best goal, worst guest, best guest, whatever, right? We put them together and we give out the awards here because we have now discovered how to do polls. Shout out to Matt from SoFlo and Will from MLS Moves. Both of them kind of walked me through how to do it. We now know how to do it. So instead of giving you guys all that time, we're going to do it live. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to put up the results live, and then you guys let us know who wins. So we have that going on Wednesday. Obviously, it is best. that definitely is up there. And if you guys have any suggestions for any awards that we should give out, I don't know. I think that would be no. I would want to do that.
That's a little divisive. That's a little divisive. I wouldn't do that.
No, that's mean. But again, if you guys have any recommendations for any awards that we should give out and nominees, please go ahead and do us that favor because we're going to cook up. We usually have 10 or 15. So if you guys can think of any, we'll go ahead. You know what? This might be the first year that we ask for who's the best commenter and who's the worst one. And Pedri, you might win worst for sure. But again,
I think we've done that before.
No, commenter. I have to go back and watch the old episodes so we can get some ideas.
Yeah.
But again, shout out to everybody, and we really hope that you guys could watch it live. So, because that's going to be the most fun if we can get a lot of people participating in the voting. So again, Wednesday night, 9:00, the baddies. All right, I think this is the 4th annual. This is the 4th year. So every year we get a little bit more participation. Hopefully, since it's live, we get even more participation. So shout out to everybody. And Chris hacked. All right, so go ahead and Mike V won last year.
That's
shout out.
Yes, he did.
Oh, who would win this year? Well, I think that's it. Chris, do you have any final words?
Look, there was a question about some other player in the chat. You guys can hear about that player in the MLS show that we're doing next.
Andy Crims, that's another good one. Pedri Potter might not run away with it when you got Andy Crims in there.
Yes. And Bigote, shout out to Bigote. Yes, absolutely.
For sure.
And who has the better beard? I don't grow mine's long enough. Danny has like a fuller beard.
Mine isn't that long right now. It was a playoff beard. I just
even though I'm thinking about
the playoffs over. Yeah. All right. I think that's it. Those are your final words. Again, Wednesday night, 9:00. If you're not watching this live, Wednesday night, 9:00. I wish I would have said it earlier in the show. Just join us live because it should be fun. We're gonna have an award show. So, and then again tonight we're gonna be talking MLS in a couple minutes. So if you are not doing anything, you want to hear a little more off-season talk, go ahead and do that.
That's a good comb over.
If you are listening on audio, appreciate you listening to the end. Please leave 5 stars, comment, and 5 stars in a comment. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. And I usually wear a bow tie. I haven't done a full suit because it's too hot for a suit, but I'll have a bow tie.
Last time.
You wore it on your head.
I still wore a tie. I mean, whether it's on my neck or my head or not, I still wore it.
Well, I'm wearing a bow
There was
tie.
no rules.
Well, we'll see. All right, but regardless, well, it's a good time. Let's have some fun, and we should invite some people for the best and worst guest. It's gonna be a tight race this
We
year.
should.
Tommy 1 time or Tommy 2 time thinks he's running away with it, but I have a feeling that he's gonna have some competition. So make sure that you guys tune in, and like I said, it's gonna be a good time. As always, for those of you in the chat, you guys are the best. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and we'll be back on Wednesday night for the baddies. So until the next one, have a good one.